just coming on to talk about some of the things I did yesterday. Because we did not go to the Renaissance Festival after all, due to the fact that when we got there, the line was atrociously long to get in. So that was sort of disappointing, but that is the way it goes some days. So um, I decided to just do a quick little live this evening and let you know what I got. Hey, Heather. Yes. So I decided to show you what I did do yesterday, because the Renaissance Festival was so crowded. The line to get in was blocks long, and there was no way that my knee was going to hold up to doing. Um, Hi, Donna. Was going to hold up to my standing in that line. My husband and I talked and said, let's go do, something else. Let's go to the bookstore. Let's go to the bead store. Um, let's go have some lunch. So we went to Cracker Barrel and had lunch. And we went and then looked at, uh, then on the way home, though, we there's a museum, Nine Pipes Museum of Early Montana, which which we have passed. We've lived here for 20 some years, and we keep passing this store and passing it, and we've never stopped. So yesterday, we decided to stop and check the museum out, and I got some pretties in their gift shop. This was the last place we stopped, so we'll look at that later. But what I got well, let's turn down and I'll show you what I bought at the bead store. I didn't get a lot of stuff, but I did get a few things that I thought were pretty fun. So let's turn down and I'll show you what we got, and then I'll just drop them back in the bag after we look at them. But there's a few things. Hey, Linda. So let's turn down. We'll look at what I got at the beads at the Crystal Limit bead store, and then we will look at what I got at the Nine Pipes Museum gift store. So here we go. Okay, these are wood beads. They had all this big package of large hole wood beads for $2 at the bead store. So I got some of them. They did have some in black as well as this deep brown, but I didn't get any other colors. I wanted to see how I would if I'd be happy with these. So there we go. Then I got some of the pieces I use for my hair barrettes. They were on sale for $1 for some of these. So we got some leaves, got a couple of the black filigree in 2 sizes, and then these little flower-like ones, and some antique gold bales. So not a lot of stuff, but a few things for helping with my hair barrettes. I use all these for the hair barrettes and the hair combs. These are the leaves that I paint. So those are my filigrees that I got at the... Then they had this imitation suede lace on clearance for $2.95 for a roll. And they just had some bright colors. So I got this pretty purple, this really pale blue, and this green color. So I thought for $2.95, those are pretty good. And they're such pretty colors. So there's, and then the only other thing I got there was this beautiful strand of quartz with inclusions. It's a white quartz with some black inclusions in it. I couldn't resist. It's really pretty. This cost me $19 for this strand of quartz, but it's a pretty, were pretty stones. So that is my little bunch of stuff I got from the bead store. But then we went to Nine Pipes. Now, there's only 3 baggies in here, but these baggies have a variety of things in them. So we got some red buffalo horn. I believe they actually called it amber, but I got some various sizes. We got a large size. How big is this? I think it's about 3 inches. Yep, 3 inches. The Nine Pipes Museum of Early Montana History is actually a Native American museum. So a lot of the things that they had were Native American things. So these are horn beads. I got, was it 6 of the big ones? Yeah, I think so. So there's the really big ones. Now that one has a slight curve in it. I don't think I noticed that when I bought it. Then we went down to a smaller size. And I think I got 10 of the rest of all these. So we have some. This is 1.5 inch for this size. And then I got a 1 inch size. Oops, there's another one of those. And then I got the smallest size, which was 1/2 inch. So I got quite a few of those. And those cost me, let's see, I have my receipt here. The 1 inch ones were 18 cents a piece. The 1/2 inch ones were 10 cents a piece. The 1.5 inch were 1/4 a piece, and the 3 inch were 50 cents a piece. So I think a pretty good purchase. I really like all these fun things. All right, what did you just do to me here? Decided to switch videos on me in my chat, which is not something I wanted it to do. But come on, go back to the live chat. Oh, there we go. So anyway, that was the price of all these beautiful horn beads. And they did have one other size as well, which I think was just a little bit smaller than this size here. But yeah, I thought they were beautiful. Hear that telltale clunk? They make an interesting sound, don't they? So back into your baggie, guys. And I'll put those in their bin tomorrow because I do have a box that I put horn beads in. So those will go into there tomorrow. But there's all my pretty horn beads. And like I said, they did also have, as well as the red, they had black and white horn beads. But I like the red best. Hey, Gloria. Why am I on it this time of the night? I just do it a little impromptu because I just felt like it. Because I didn't do one late yesterday. Hi, Kimberly. So these are some chevron beads. Look at those. Aren't those pretty? The chevron there goes all the way through, but there's a little red on either end. Now they had these in the light blue and the dark blue, but I really liked this light blue. These were 96 cents a piece. So they're a really pretty little one. They had, like I say, dark blue ones as well as the light blue, but I really liked this light blue. It's about 3/8 of an inch. So I got 6 of those. And then the last thing I got there, which was $2.30, was this beautiful abalone bead. Well, this is actually like a charm. It's only got one hole in it right here. It's the honest to God shell, no backing on it. Like a lot of times you get the black that is added. It's my prerogative. So isn't that beautiful? Anyway, they had a lot of these abalone pieces, but most of them had 2 holes in the center. And this is the only, excuse me, size that had just the 1 hole at the top. And I really liked that 1 hole at the top. It's probably going to get added to a necklace of some kind, but I thought it was really pretty. But they did have them like from like this big around all the way down to this side. Actually, I think there was even some smaller ones that were the 2 hole kind that just have 2 holes in the middle like a button. But this one was the only size with just the 1 hole. But so that is my abalone shell. So that was my little bit of order from Crystal Limit and from my Pipes Early American Museum. So just a tiny little order, but fun little order. So it was really pretty. But what I didn't manage to, well, there's no way I could have afforded it. But while looking through the gift store, they had a closed case with some, fancy or nicer things in it. And one of the things they had in there was a strand of Roman glass in a size I have never seen. They were probably as big as this Larimar bead, which I believe is an 10 millimeter, maybe even a 12, though they were like flattened bicones. They were gorgeous. It was a 75-piece strand for $700. But man, I have never ever seen Roman glass of that size. It was so pretty. If I could have afforded it, but didn't. But so anyway, we're not going to be on long. I just wanted to let you know what we did yesterday. Like I said, we didn't make it to the Renaissance Festival. The line was so horribly long that I knew there was no way that I could stand in it for long enough that we'd be able to get in. So we did a little shopping while we were down in the Missoula area, and those are the things that I got. So I just thought you guys might like to take a look at those. I was really thrilled with the bead store in the gift shop. I hadn't ever seen anything like those around here before, so I thought that was a lot of fun. But you always want to see beads. So yeah, I didn't get very many, but I did get some. Were really nice. What do I have planned for us tomorrow morning? I don't know. Because quite truthfully, my sister-in-law's plane, which was supposed to come in earlier, should have been here a couple hours ago. They had in their layover in Chicago when they changed planes, the plane had an issue. So they actually didn't get into the air until, I think it was about an hour and a half ago. So they've surmised they won't get here until for another half hour, 45 minutes. So we haven't discussed what we want to do tomorrow with them. But hopefully, hopefully they'll get settled and we'll see them tomorrow morning sometime. So, honey, I can't be later. I'd have to swap with Randy and go early because the hubby has plans to take him up to the park. So I don't know what we're going to do. I will probably do something in the morning, even if I just have to record something quickly and get it recorded and put out. But we will do something. But I'm not sure what. But that's the way it is, isn't it? I never seem to know what I want to do until I start working on something. So I do have excuse me. I do have all the new large hole beads from Dakota Stones that I got the other day. So I may want to make some leather or even something macrame. There's some fossil coral. I knew I had some more. Come on, where are they? One thing I've been saying to people is that the petrified wood in the bargain bead box that I didn't like, this is why I don't like them. See these? These are the regular petrified wood. They're large holes, so they're a little different, but I'm going to get the others out so I can show you what I mean by the differences. This strand is open, so I'm going to have to be careful with it so I don't lose beads everywhere. But I should just tie a knot in the end and then I won't. But come on, baby, go knot so I don't have to worry about you coming undone. Now, anyway, this is the ones from the bargain bead box, the matte ones. This is the large hole ones that are regular, not matte. See the difference? So much brighter. You can see the striations so much better in these ones and these. And now let's see if I can put a hand behind them so there we go. But see the difference in the ones that are not matte are so much brighter and prettier. I can't conceivably see why I would want to have matte when I could have the other. So anyway, I've been separating beads today because I have gemstones all over the house. And so I've been separating things out, trying to get things put away. because no matter how many I put away, I always seem to find some more. So, yeah, the regular beads are so much prettier than the matte. So, in my opinion, I know there are people who like matte. I'm just not one of them. So, that is my large hole petrified wood beads. I've been putting gemstones away for most of the day and been sort of shocked some of the things I found. But anyway, I wasn't planning on being on here long. I just wanted to come on, say hi, let everybody know what went down, and show you my new pretties I found. The horn beads are spectacularly pretty. Like I said, the shop had them in white, black, and the red. I just got the red because that's the color I prefer. I do have some white ones, I do have some black ones, but I prefer the red ones. So I really liked those chevron beads. Now they did have, if I remember right, they did have a strand of those chevron stripe type beads. I didn't catch the price. They weren't just the light blue and the dark blue. They had some reds and greens and yellows in them too. So that was interesting. But the one that really shocked me was those huge India glass beads. I had never seen anything like those before. So it was a wow moment. But anyway, ladies, I am going to let you all go. I am going to go to bed here pretty soon. I got the company coming in the morning. Of course, they may decide they need to sleep in a while since their plane got in so late today. And then, of course, um, they had to go get their rental car and then go check into their hotel, get something to eat. So um, I'm not even sure they're here yet. They might not be here for another half hour, 45 minutes. And then, like I say, they got to do those things. So they may sleep in the morning and may not be any issues at all about my doing my show in the morning. But if it looks like they're going to be here prior to when I would go live, then I will let Heather know so she can move forward if she wants to. And you're debating if you want a Pepsi? Well, no. I had a Pepsi with dinner. I usually drink water with my meals unless I go out, and we went out and I had some trout and a mashed potato and some fruit, and I had a Pepsi. That was naughty. I'm sure my blood sugar will be up in the morning, but it's the way it goes some days. You got to do what you got to do, right? um, well, if you've only had one, Kimberly. So I will, if I need to move it forward, I will let Heather know, or I will simply record a video in the morning and early and get that in and set up to go. You're editing videos? Oh, that's, yeah. Editing videos can be a pain in the rear. We still have to do something with this pendant we made the other day. I'm going to have to see what I decide to make with that for that. This is the one we use the Insta pendant on with the FOC, the Thunder Horse Descendant FOC stuff. So it still needs to be made into something. I haven't decided if I'm just going to put it on some heavier chain. The blue, this blue is really pretty, isn't it? I really love it. It's a gorgeous color. But I want to just put it on some heavier chain or if I want to put it on some leather. I do have some heavier chain right here. And see if it would fall through the pendant hole. That's the question. And no, it won't. So that won't work. Too bad, because this is a nice piece of chain. But looks like if I'm going to put this pendant on this, I'd have to bail it, which is a pity. But it would look pretty on this chain. Oh, you want to know something? I did really stupid. Well, it was yesterday rather than last night rather than today. I don't know if you can see behind me here. I got a new cabinet. It is. It's a pretty chain, isn't it? Pretty new cabinet right here. See? So I've been putting my bead boxes on it because I like being able to see it. I've got the white cabinet back there. I got it pushed back further so that I could, I guess it's on this side right here, so that I could put this new cabinet in. But I like to be able to see the bead boxes so I can see the colors and everything, which beads are easier than having to dig everything out. So I had one of my neck frames sitting up on top of the cabinet when we moved it, and it was just had a ton of necklaces on it. I didn't take it down, so that was really stupid. I didn't take it down, and the neck frame fell, and all of the necklaces fell off of it into a nice big puddle on the floor. So they were all twisted together. So we're trying to get them apart. And I'm like, there's going to be broken things in here given because it fell for, at least 6 feet. And there's going to be broken stuff. And sure enough, not as much as could be, but 2 that had that just need to have some repairs. I can repair them relatively easily because parts of them came apart, but that can be fixed. But one of them had a shell pendant on it. Pendant broke 3 pieces. Trashed. Goodbye. So that necklace is going to have to be reworked with a new pendant. And of course it's wired on, so it's gone. Night, Gloria. And then one of them had the glass flowers on it and broke a couple of the petal pieces off, the little points for the petals. So now that was a bar necklace, and I looked at it and went, I could just cut the flowers off and it would that would fix it, but it won't be as pretty. But so I was like pretty disgusted with myself because I knew it was up there. I just didn't get it down before I moved it. So anyway, now that I have told you all about my bead journey yesterday and my stupidity also yesterday of not moving my neck frame off of the cabinet before I moved it, I think I'm going to go to bed. So I'm going to say good night to everybody, and I hope you have a lovely evening. Hopefully I will be on tomorrow, but I cannot promise that. I will let Heather know if I'm not, or if I don't at least have a recorded video, and then Heather can move up. And if I do a recorded video, Heather can always move up also, because you can watch a recorded video whenever you bloody well please, right? So anyway, I'm going to go for the night, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye. This has been Rose from In Rose's Garden.